evening. You ever have one of those days? I know nobody's in here now. It's just one of those days. Oh, now we're getting some people in. It's weird. It says 0, but there's people in here. So you guys are ghosts. We're about to find out how good this broker is at paying attention. Interesting. Well, let's do some shout outs and we'll talk about a few things. Ralph Floto, what's up? Right Lane. Thanks for the text today. You are welcome. Let's see, Quick Williams, Light Bright, Steve Watkins, RD Trucking, Eddie, what's up? Snorlord, Scott SRO is here. Other Trucker James Best, glad that you can catch a live feed. Nittany Lion, Right Lane, City, Jonathan Wheeler, audio as well. Probably because of this truck beside me, so let's go try the truck. It has been there. How's that? Is that better, James? That's collision mitigation. Willy. How's it going? Steve, I want to talk guns with you. Okay, Eddie. I would love to do that. I don't know much about them, but we can definitely talk about them. Let's see. Big Houston, I think I already said hey. Little Biking Coach. Pale Rider TV. Pale Rider's had a good day today too, right? Sounds like a metal band playing in the background. Right lane unacceptable. A lot of background noise. Well, I can't do anything about it. We'll shut the truck off here in a minute. From there. Right now it's building air. We've been here at the shipper since 1:30. I put the load, really good rate. Now I found out why. In the spot market, when there's something really good, there's a reason. And if it's a working kind of situation, then that could be bad. We're at the point now where they have to take 8 hours because I have to do an 8-2 split. Because if not, there's nowhere safe to park around here. And that's what the title is implying. Because I hear things in the background, because I'm in a neighborhood in St. Louis. Now, during the daytime, it's been pretty peaceful, but at night, I don't think I want to be outside these gates unless I'm leaving. Definitely on the ramp in this area. And the nearest parking place is at least 30 miles from here, if I can find a good hiding spot. Tax Minnesota, John Armstrong. I thought the beep was YouTube censorship. It could have been. How much detention? I don't know. See, my appointment on the Raycon is for 1600, which the wait. So check this out, right? So for those of you who didn't at home not doing anything for the rates to come up, you're losing out because Bones has his eyes on you. Right, man. That's funny. In a 50-mile radius, there were 733 loads as of 10:30 this morning around here on the DAP board. 733 with a 50-mile radius. And the rates reflected that. I got $3 a mile on this load. And it's a day's drive, but you know, it's pretty good pay, right? And so the rates are come back up, volume is way up. And so as I was looking at the DAT board, there was a certain broker that had a certain load. It was a posted rate, and that posted rate was actually pretty good. At the same exact time, I got an email from said broker personally that was like, hey, if you got a truck in St. Louis, we got this load for you. So I emailed him back and said, okay, what are the details, times, and everything? He goes, okay, if you can be there by 4 o'clock today in St. Louis, you're good. And then all you got to do is be in Tulsa by 1 tomorrow. Cool. But it was a lower rate than what he had posted on the DAT board. So I went back and said, hey, if we can make it X amount, I can get that off your desk for you. We'll take care of it. Boom. So we got her done. So I get here and it's a big cluster. Now, I damaged my truck. You guys want to see what I did? Let's see if we can do this without showing what I'm at. What had happened was at this facility that I've been to many times, there was a back way in. That's how you came in to pick up loads here. You didn't use the main entrance their city trucks used. So I go back there because that's the way Google says. Garmin's like, hey, what are you doing? But the last time I used the Garmin to go to the front entrance, they laughed at me and said, you got to go all the way around. So I thought, well, eliminate that little process, right? So I get there, gates closed. There's nowhere to turn around. So I had to go down like a dirt road along, not over, but along railroad tracks, and if I got stuck, I was doomed, right? So I evaluated the situation. I'm like, okay, I think we can make this work. And there was a curb I had to go over, and it hit that inner wheel thingamajigger and cracked it. So, oh well. So there goes all the profit out the window. It's always the way. So, are you at AB? No. Shoot first, ask questions later, says right lane. Yes, I am in the hood there, John. Uber's already at $250 around here for next week already. Rates are the best they'll be this year. Truck and Scott, I agree with you, because here's what I think is happening. COVID 2.0 is about to go down this fall, okay? Now, traditionally, rates usually drop after the second week of July. And then they'll pick back up at the end of August, beginning of September for the Christmas stuff. Now, a lot of that is ramped up because it's the end of baseball season. It's the start of football season, both college and professional. And all the activities like beer, soda, chips, snacks, whole nine yards associated with that. Now, here's the problem. If baseball's canceled and football's canceled, there goes that, right? And unlike last time when we were under COVID shutdowns, we ran out of toilet paper, water, sanitary products, all kind of stuff, all that kind of stuff, right? Well, guess what? I have yet to be in a store that doesn't have that stuff now. And so they're stocking like crazy. And I think that they're getting ready for the next shutdown. And some states have already started talking about it. I believe New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, maybe. If you come in from the south, they want you quarantining. Oh, wow. There's a bee. There's a bee here. It freaked me out. You guys want to see the bee? No, I can't show you the bee. So get it now while you can. So, less weight, soiler, better fuel mileage. We can just take the beer to OCB. That'll make him happy. And I'm not at a beer place, ironically. If I was, I'd be probably loaded by now. More clearance for next time. But I do agree that COVID 2.0, and I believe Florida is starting some stuff too. So look for some new shutdowns to happen. And hopefully you guys have, if you got the EIDL money or the Triple P money, you've used it smart, and or you've at least sat on it, and hopefully you got your affairs in order, because I'm predicting, I'm not going to be doom and gloom. We'll talk about this here in a minute, but I predict that things are going to get rough because as we get close to the election. So. But Scott is getting it every day. But we will see what the detention policy is here, because technically I've only been here, go by appointment time, so 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. So I'll start collecting detention now. And all I need is 2 more hours before I'm at an 8-2 split. Tomorrow will be 30 days of the truck being in the shop. Not happy at all, but some things in the truck was needed. Eddie, I feel you, man. I feel you. My AC did something weird yesterday, and then today I'm driving along, right, and I'm getting ready to go into the first customer today, and I hear this metal clanging noise. I'm like, oh, what am I dragging, right? And it was my charger cable banging against the metal cup. I was like freaking out. But no, I'm sitting here. I was talking to the wife, and I could hear pow pow in the background. Now, here's where I'm at. I'm literally just a couple exits down from the truck stop where there's some famous Facebook footage of people shooting machine guns up in the air from a truck stop. Not the Loves, but the other one. That's where I'm at. That's why there's no safe place to park unless I stay here, which is looking like I might have to. But if I can at least do an 8-2 here, I can get on down the road. So, legally. It's going to be harder to have business closed this time around. I agree with you, Chucky. I do. So, yeah, I flipped over and hammered my side door. I've done that too. I'm like, what's that noise? You ever guys have that rattle? And this is kind of a free-for-all. We can talk about whatever you guys want. Eddie, if you want to bring up gun questions, or unless you're wanting to educate me about guns, either way, that's good. I mean, you ever had that rattle in your truck? You're driving down the road and you're like grasping at things to see what that rattle is. That was me the other day, and I think it was my TV. I heard this clang, clang, clang. The metal staging on the ground found my tailpipe hung on a crossmember. Wow. I lost my, I've had that happen too, but it was still on the truck. I did a video about that where I had to replace it. It was like $300 something. Just put 3 brackets. One of the brackets broke, which is common in the 680s. Now, in my Peterbilt, I had a stack that went, it was a normal stack. And I lost the tip of that. At first, I thought maybe someone stole it, but evidently it fell. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know when, but it fell. So, Cascade. Damn it, quit changing your name. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add moderator. All right, you're now moderator, Cascade. I drive a Freightliner, everything else. It's been 30 years since I've owned handguns. Okay. Well, hey, ask away. You're in the process of being re-educated. Okay, the YouTube channels I've been watching are Carry Trainer, Hickok. You gotta watch Hickok. Lucky Gunner Ammo, Honest Outlaw. Those are some of the better ones. Warrior Poet Society is pretty good. And, I'll shut the truck off. Now, and if you want to do the handgun thing, Bobby G would be the time to own one. Absolutely, and that's the thing. The stores have been really good about stocking ammo, and but as time goes on, if things get a little bit more turbulent, it's going to be harder to find ammo. It's going to be harder to find guns. So you gotta kind of get on that there, Eddie, if you're going to do it. Colin Noir is another good channel, right? Anybody else who knows a good channel, you know. I bought a budget-friendly Taurus G2C 9mm for $200. Excellent, Eddie. There is a lot of good reviews on that gun. The only issue that a lot of people had, Hickok included, was trigger pull, which I'm not experienced enough to know the difference between a good and bad trigger pull, right? But my wife has a G2S, also known as the PT111. I almost bought the G2C, but a friend of mine sold me something else instead, and then I thought about getting the G3. So 13 more weeks and no more truck payments. Excellent. If there's two people that you can watch on YouTube, but Chucky hasn't done a video in a minute, that can prove that you can make it at Schneider with the Schneider finance truck. And Chucky's one of them. bigrigceo is the other. With Attitude, what's up? Had a UPS truck with pups go by us Dragon and Rogue Construction sign yesterday. Taurus has come a long way. They used to be garbage, absolutely. That was what made me want to get the Taurus, was because it wasn't just the reviewers, it was the comments. Like out of 100 comments, there might be one person who's like, "The Taurus sucks," you know. But if you're on a budget, Taurus is definitely the way to go. The only thing I don't like about my wife's gun, but it's her gun, so it doesn't matter, is the capacity. I need to get her some extra magazines. So good trigger pulls when you wiggle your nose, it shoots. Awesome. Once you go Glock, you never go you never go back. I'd like to try a Glock. That's what everybody was telling me. But Big Houston, I'm thinking about going to the Big Orange sometime next year, maybe. Big Houston, with your work ethic, I think you would do well. As long as someone could help you with the dispatch part, I think you'd do okay. So, El Padrino, Sears, and to be going Schneider IC, salute. Thanks to you, OTJB, bigrigceo, Big Rig Radio. Awesome. El Padrino, awesome. I think you're going to do well there, because they haven't really seen, now, depending on who you talk to, there's a little bit of drop in their freight and rates, but not much. You know, where they've lost contracts, they've gained. And when rates hit rock bottom, they were able to snag up a lot of that freight. And when freight goes really high, Schneider's got a lot of that. They grab a lot of it for a lower rate. So I appreciate the $4.99. Thank you very much. I left the store used, was $3.49, came back an hour later, it was gone. Sells new for $1,200. The right gun is the one that fits your hand, right? I agree. A friend of mine had a S&W SD40. That thing felt good. It felt good in my hand. And then I also have a Taurus 22. That feels good. I wish that was a 9mm. That'd be the perfect gun. It's a little bit bigger than the one I got. But I'm glad that you're, you know, just, you know, get a hold of bigrigceo and his email address, and he can definitely help you manage the low board and stuff. So Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Alan. Wife wants the SD40 VE. That's the one that feels really good. Um, so I don't know how big your wife's hands are, but it felt good in my hands. The one that my wife has feels good in her hands. It's kind of small for me. What is a quality holster? Looking for a biometric bedside safe. Holster, I'm still learning that. I've got 4 different holsters already, and I'm not happy with any of them. I mean, they'll do the job. I've got a belly band holster. I've got a Uncle Mike's. I think it's Uncle Mike's, something like that. I got this new one just last week. I forget what it's called. It's actually the plastic rubber, and then I have a pocket holster, which that's what that looks like. Basically, it's got to cover the trigger. I don't know if I can show the gun on live YouTube, so, but I love my alien gear. I've heard good things about aliens, so I am not the holster guy. I'm still learning that. So, and I was told that you're going to buy a lot of them, and it's like buying shoes, right? Are you saying alien wife's hands are like yours? Favorite is the Springfield Armory 1911 45 range officer. Run out of rounds, I'll just beat him with it. Biometric bedside safe, that I like those. I need to get one myself. But yeah, alien gear, just those channels I mentioned when I started talking about holsters. The one you don't want is the one I've seen on Facebook where it's like a pouch and you pull it up out of your pants like you're giving somebody a wedgie. Don't buy that, okay? It looks cool, you know, because they got trained professionals like modeling it, but don't buy that one. It's very Active Self Protection did a good video about the clumsiness of that holster. So my new holster is my Galco IWB OWB. I use Black Hawk Serpa. Who did a video? It's a guy that covers situational awareness training. Basically, they take video footage from security cams from all around the world and say, you know, like attempted robberies or, you know, shootings and stuff like that, and he'll assess them. You know, he basically goes into the police departments and trains them on situational awareness. So, shoulder holsters are badass, says James Best. One more time, the video skipped. Active self-protection. Here, I'll write it. Active self-protection. Whether you're a gun guy or not, I highly endorse this channel. So, yep. Alan says, yep, active self-protection. It's great. It really teaches you like different strategies and the mindset of being, you know, even if you're not a gun carry person. This guy talks about hand-to-hand stuff. He talks about just being aware and getting out of situations, you know. And a lot of the videos come out of Brazil. Like, Brazil seems to be kind of a rough place. So, all right, Bobby, take it easy. Yeah, plus Active Self-Protection Extra. That's the one that had the video about that clumsy pouch holster thing. But yeah, Eddie, congratulations on your purchase. I think you'll be happy with it. If anything, those Tauruses are good to just place around the house, and you're always prepared, right? You can buy like 5 of those for the price of 1 Glock. Brazil is pretty kind of rough. You may be paranoid, but sometimes they're all looking at you. Watch Conservative Twins channel, very good. Is that the Hodge twins that you're talking about, Little Vine Coach? Jason Perry, what's up? So, We've yet to have a phone call from the shipper, so shit, I might get a 10-hour break here. Oh, okay, yeah. I watched their. I didn't know they had a YouTube channel. I watched them on Facebook. The Hodge twins. If you want, Vico, since you got a wrench, you can put up a link here. But yeah, so hopefully we're hearing fireworks earlier because it is that time of year. How do you differentiate between fireworks and gunshots? How can you tell the difference? Oh, because they're twins. Okay. Still chilling at the new J off of 60. This place is a madhouse. Man, you've been there a minute. What's going on with you, Jason? You're welcome, Eddie. Anything I can do to help? Because the more people realize that we're protecting ourselves out here, the better. Because people need to realize that truck drivers are not going to take this crap, regardless of your political affiliation. Attacking truckers is not the way to go. Because if you make your city so dangerous that we will not go in, guess what? You don't get your stuff. Okay? And if we decide that we're going to be brave enough to go in, guess what? We're going to charge you out the yin-yang. That's how it should be done. Even if you're a mega carrier, like let's say Schneider gets an account where it's got to pick up in a tight, not so good spot in a big city, right? And their trucks get damaged. So Schneider drops them. So now the company has to go to another company. And they drop them. And then finally they got to go back to Schneider and say, you know what, Schneider, we'll pay you X amount. Well, we're going to charge you way more because that's got to cover the cost of our damaged trucks. That kind of thing. And that's the other thing. A lot of these mega carriers you're not allowed to have a gun in the truck, right? And so the criminals that are smart will figure that out. They'll figure out that if they're looking at a single owner op that has like gun stickers on the side of his truck and then a Schneider, he's going to go do something with the Schneider guy because he knows that he will refuse to arm himself. So, Anthony Bressler, what's up? John, what are you talking about? Sorry, brother, they're going out of business in Illinois. Who is? Best thing for home close protection is a short barrel pistol grip shotgun. I agree with that, Jonathan Wheeler. You just gotta be careful what's on the inside. You get too heavy a buckshot, it's gonna go through the walls too. I got a 6-year-old that needs his dad. I'm coming home for sure. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no carry at Schneider. Yep. A lot of the making carriers are like that. And here's why. It's not that Schneider is like, I don't care if you protect, they're the reason being is because if like Schneider's got like let's say that Schneider comes out and says, we love guns and we want all of our drivers to protect themselves, right? A lot of shippers have, you can't have guns on the property policies, number one. Number two, they don't want no crazy ass Schneider guys with a bunch of guns coming on their property. That freak them out. So a lot of those policies are put in place as formalities. But in essence, as long as nobody knows, right? That's the idea of concealment, right? Now hand sanitizer is toxic. I wouldn't doubt it. Does Schneider prevent their ICs from carrying? Do they prevent them? No, I don't know. I mean, it's not like they search your truck. I know many Schneider drivers that in the past that have carried. Trust me on this. Yeah, Jason Parrott just said it. It's called "Don't Tell People What You Carry." The keyword. Yeah, so if you're a Schneider guy that wants to carry, don't be like, Heck yeah, man. Check out what I got in the truck. Yeah, check it out, man. I'm awesome. Yeah, I'm doing YouTube videos flaunting the fact that I text and drive and I've got a gun and I talk on the phone. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Sears, if you're watching, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. When it comes to policy over law, what are you going to do? It's rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, right? Schneider does a lot of OTs lots. Absolutely. That is. I used to love doing loads to Dallas because I got the Dallas OC there. I used to love doing loads to St. Louis because I had the Edwardsville OC. We ain't got no OC at Like Trucking, so. Bear spray is good stuff for a crowd. Now, a lot of people sit there and say, wasp killer, wasp spray. You know, get the projectile kind, right? The problem with that is if you douse yourself too in the process, it can be really, really bad. Whereas if you pepper spray yourself, you're just going to be like irritated and, you know, so I suggest full-blown pepper spray. Not, you know, fire extinguisher works well in a pinch. But even before the gun stuff, I always have a hammer right here. I always have a pocket knife right here, right? Welcome back here to Troll Danny. I need to get some OC spray. Love my Fox Lab OC spray. Well, John Armstrong, the Dallas OC is different now. It's actually in Wilmer. It's brand new. I've yet to be in there. Remember when the tornadoes hit the Dallas OC and the trailers flew in the air? I was literally going north on 75 when that tornado was hitting. Because I got calls from people like, hey, dude, Dallas just got hit. Where you at? Because they knew I was in Dallas. And I wasn't at Schneider at the time, but I was a company driver. I was north as fast as I could. So as the tornado was coming down, I was going up on the opposite side. And I had a friend of mine that was at the flying chain when that happened. He said it was wild to watch. Super light tactical light blind the crowd. Yes, I've heard that method. Pigtail is in the house. What's up? If you carry a baseball bat, make sure you have a ball and glove as well. Jonathan Wheeler. Baseball bat's big. I do have the tire thumper bat in here. Freight Broker Live is going live at 8:30. No, he's subscribed to him. I think I watched one of his videos and I'm like, whatever. I have 2 hammers, the ball, bat, flashlight, knife, place for access. Right. Yeah, there are other ways to protect yourself without needing weaponry or guns, right? But I think the thing that I worry about is like okay, so I was talking to Harold today, Harold Huffman III. There was another shooting at a driver in Georgia, and it was literally 2 miles from the yard that he works at. The intersection that you have to go through to get to his yard, that's where it happened. Obviously it happened from an overpass. So I'm pretty. Now, I'm not saying I watch every overpass, but I definitely keep an eye on it. And in the city, it's kind of hard because there's cars always on top, right? Whereas if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you see a car up on the overpass and it's not a cop, what are they doing up there? Why they stopped up there? You know, so you got to pay attention. You know, the other day, this guy, 20-something-year-old, put half his body out in the car next to me. And, you know, doing the air horn thing, and he had his hand up at me, and I was like, shit, you know. But he was just holding the air horn thing like a little kid. So. Get a flare gun. Chucky packing here. Tire thumper needs to be in the side box. USB considers that a weapon. That's interesting. His coverage of the terrorists is good. I want to tint the door and windows. I don't recommend doing that because that's a DOT violation. I believe Schneider won't let you. Now, I did see where someone had half diagonally. So, like you could still see your mirror. I think that's doable, but I know at Landstar, if you did a 120-day inspection, they said something about TikTok. So, I'd be really leery about that. Ask about Schneider's policy, but that's a good way to get DOT'd. If you only have a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right? When are you going big league and getting the AR-15? Nittany Lion, I've done a little bit of research. I think I know what I want, but finding it is the... Now, that being said, if I make it home this weekend, there is a gun show this weekend. So, maybe Saturday, who knows? We got money set aside for it. I went over like that. 70% is legal on tint. Okay. But Nittany Lion did. I don't know. I guess I created some controversy with asking if Red Viking Trucker was going to join the big league. An honest question. I'd be very curious about how good he would do as an owner-operator. That's all. But Food Mooch is leaving because Daniel's not here. Which means that he's not really here for my channel. He's rarely here to stalk Daniel, which is kind of weird. You have light tinted windows? Oh, okay. I saw a pretty cool design yesterday, though. It was diagonally in half. So the mirrors, so like right here is like, that would be cool because essentially your arms right here, right? And that's where the sun hits, right? Now I do use this. It's just like a static clean thing. It goes over and it goes like perfectly right here, right? And then I have one of those like those ones that go across your window and they're like a blind, like a, you know, it ratchets up. I got one of those too. But the tinting on this truck is actually not too bad. How are you doing today? I am bored because I've been at the shipper for 7 hours now. So, don't some trucks come with a factory tint? Yeah. Scott, the truck driver, back in the truck doing some good keto videos. If anybody needs to see another driver do keto besides me. Levine Coach, go ahead and put that link up here too, if you would, please. Might have to resubscribe to him. I keep saying it, but I haven't done it yet. I need to go back to fasting. Although I did fairly good today. I didn't eat until noon today. And I've done pretty good. The fact that I'm sitting in my truck for 8 hours. Usually that's when I tend to snack, but I didn't find a snack food, so yay me on that. My wife made these awesome pickled eggs. And I had some of those. That was breakfast. Pickled eggs and bacon. And then for lunch I had some cottage cheese and some bacon and the rest of the pickled eggs. That's all I'm eating today. Triple F, that's what I'm gonna call you now. I need to take another hour and a half at least. That way I get an 8. 70% is not legal in a CMV. Campmore gave me a ticket for 70%. There you go. Already, like I said, tint on a window. So, you know, a lot of people, well, just roll the windows down. Well, if you come to a DOT weigh station with your windows down and it's 20 below zero, it's going to look kind of suspicious. But RD, I wonder if you could do like the diagonal thing like I was talking about. My T2000 had factory 75% tint. So I guess the right answer would be proceed with caution on tinting your windows. Now I do know a couple of Schneider guys that had their windows tinted. I asked one today, but I'd be real leery. But so it looks like we're going to do an 8-2 split. I got to strategize how to do the delivery tomorrow, so I'm on time before 2 o'clock. So I'm about 7 hours away, and I'll definitely have to see me on Google One when I leave here tonight, because it looks like I'll be pulling all nighter. Anything to get the load there, and this load is paying good enough. See, that's the thing. This load, if it was paying like $1.20 a mile, I'd be like, I'm out here. But it's paying really good. And now, if this broker's detention policy sucks, and never again. But it's still, if I deliver this tomorrow, it's going to be double what my daily rate is, if not triple. So double of what I like, triple of what I need. How's that? How's that? What'd you miss? Start over. Well, Trucking Podcast, we talked about, am I hearing fireworks or guns in the distance? I'm here in downtown St. Louis, and we talked about guns for a minute. We talked about holsters. Trucking OD, what holster do you recommend? If you guys haven't been watching Trucking OD podcast, he's got some really good content lately. He's got some really good skill sets. Even if you don't want to be a broker, a lot of his advice and understanding that side of the business is very very valuable. I'd have to take a nap. That's the thing about this keto thing, man, is overnights have not been a challenge. Now, since it's 6 hours away, if I leave here at 9:30 tonight, I can essentially get too close to where I'm going, take a nap, and then still make the delivery in my 14-hour window. So there's that. But 9:30 will put me at an 8-2 split, actually, and I've already done the 2, because the 8-2 split works the other way too. Now, if I'm here until, I'd have to be here till I have to be here until 11:30 for my 10-hour break. Yeah. RD, that was my original intention, was to get to Cuba today. But no. Math is hard. There you go. Look up that FMCSA rule there, Sears. I just went to St. Louis. Okay, I already read that. I'm ODing on Trucking OD this hour. I missed half of his. He did a live feed today with the ex-DOT guy, and I missed the second half because my wife called. And Eric, as much as I like you and your wife, my wife gets first priority over you guys. So we'll watch the replay. John, your test is tomorrow, ain't it? He must have been looking up at his cheat sheet. I have, okay, so now, Cascade, you don't know this because you don't have the same ELD system I do, because I haven't switched over yet. But what I do is when I start my day, because our ELD will not count down the 30-minute clock, right? So I always write down in a little post-it note what time it started, and then if I stop anywhere significant where I know it's more than half an hour, I will put it on here, okay? And then I purposely did not move that truck until for 2 hours, because I think I was empty at like 5 minutes before the 2 hour mark. So I went ahead and just kind of cleaned the trailer out, kind of dilly-dallied, And then I wrote down the time of when I went in the sleeper berth here at the shipper. Now, yeah, I'm sitting still. I can just look at the logbook. However, when I'm not sitting still, I just like to look up and see what time I need to worry about my 8-hour clock or my 8-hour 30-minute break. And then, so I started my day off at 7:53 Central. So that means at 9:53 Central, my 14 is done. So, new one does. I know it does. In order to get changed over, I gotta go touch Michigan. Ugh. I like Jeff and all, but I'm going to Michigan. I don't know. Happy Sodomy Month? What are you talking about, Yukon? John, good luck to you tomorrow. Nothing be in the house. Nothing Witty is my favorite YouTuber. Go subscribe. It's kind of interesting that the majority of the carriers that get here and then like get a dock right away and then leave, they're all St. Louis-based carriers. Favoritism much? John, I'll give you a little advice that helps me, okay? Whenever I'm getting ready to do something that makes me nervous, I say 3 words, my mantra. Relax, concentrate, confidence. Those 3 words, since I was 17 years old, have gotten me through the toughest, most scariest times in my life. One day I'm going to be your fave. Yeah, now's the best time to go to Michigan. True, it's not winter. They just put $20 in the dock foreman's pocket for express service. I could do that, but I think, no, I won't say it. I think there's other reasons why I'm not going to do it. God help me. Little wagon coach. 8,200 miles in 14 days. I'm done. Dang, Dennis. Or Quick Williams, you worked too hard. Nothing Witty's probably laughing right now. Alan Gear Grabber, subscribe to him, and he hasn't put out one video. The worst thing that can happen, John, is you fail it the first time, you just got to take it again, second time. $16 days, so let's do some math. Where's my other phone? Alright, my calculator, I mean. Well, we'll use the phone. Let's see here. How many miles? 8,200 divided by 16. Average of 512 miles a day. That's not bad. Divided by 60. So average of 9 hours a day you're doing. It could be worse. It could be the guy next to me here in this white T2000. He's been here longer than me. He has a 10-hour break-in, I imagine. Now, after the 8th hour, I will go up to the shipping office and say, yo, man, what's up? but I ain't pushing them now. God help me is the most simple prayer. That's true, Little Viking Coach. Little Viking Coach, are you a religious guy? I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want, but watch for height sign. Most get that wrong. Yep. So he's not at Like Trucking anymore, so he has no reason to really be on YouTube. Yeah. I talked to him about a year ago. Talked keto stuff. So every now and then it'll pop in a Jeff live feed. Trucking OD, keep the good videos coming. My wife is starting to watch your videos for the education I will be calling when I get closer to moving forward. Yes, fail. I practiced that driving today. Thank you. Is capstone involved? No. No, this is not because of a bumper. This is a trying to get loaded. Get loaded. It is a place where they serve delicious carbolicious. And evidently they're not too interested in moving stuff. One of the things I used to do, John, is I told the kids, anytime you want to challenge me when we're in the car, I naturally look at all the height signs on bridges. And if they could stump me, they give them $1. Sometimes they get me, but most times they don't. Absolutely, if I have no control and there is a plan for my life. Nice, Little Viking Coach, nice. I know, Little Viking Coach, you've been instrumental in helping me in my little journey. If you guys are new to my channel, go type in Snorelord. The struggle is real. And you'll see about 2 years ago when I got frustrated with the whole diet thing. Not diet thing, but I needed to change my health. And Little Viking Coach was kind of instrumental in that. Pale Rider says, 6 hours past my appointment to get unloaded today, HEB Houston. I've been there, Mr. Pale Rider. And I feel you, because I'm about to be 8 hours over my time. Well, actually, no. Technically, my appointment was at 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So, like, literally half an hour, I'll be at my 4 hours. Or no, I'm at my 4 hours now. So, but I've been where you're at, Pale Rider. I've been to that HEB. And that's where I think, now I got to fight the broker for my detention on this, but, you know, if it goes over 4 hours. But that's where I think company drivers are kind of screwed, because what you guys got to realize is that if you're at a company as a company driver and you're getting $10 an hour for detention, the company is getting anywhere between $40 and $75 an hour paid to them, right, for said detention. And most places it's 2 hours, but some places it's 4 hours. Depends on the shipper. You know what? I don't think I might get detention on this shipper, because this shipper wants to take 4 to 6 weeks for approval. Oh well. Steve, I think I mentioned it before. You look at your old videos when you were at Pumpkin Patch and the new rules, and you can see about the new rules, and you can see a dramatic change. Awesome job. Keep it up. Thank you, Dennis. It has, I can't tell you how awesome I feel. HE butt. This is how rude the people are here. I needed the I needed the yard guy to move so I can back on the spot and he wouldn't move. I asked nicely and everything. I pulled a 14-foot high dry van from Indianapolis to Oregon. You look at every bridge, I bet. I used to, on my, I think it was my Peterbilt, went to 14 feet. So, Memphis, what did I do? Clang, clang, clang on the bridge. There's some low overpasses on the turnpike there on the way to Wichita. Clang, clang, clang. It got so bad I had to bend in one and breaking the thing inside the antenna, so I had to like remount an antenna off the mirror, which that wasn't easy on that 387. So, but anything that was over 13.6, man, I hit. So, or anything, well, I guess it does make sense. Anything that was under 14, I hit. So yeah, there are roads that you can't take that 14-foot trailer. But yeah, I remember talking to Quick about that on Zello, and he was talking about those 14-foot high trailers. You know, and the opposite of that is you guys have seen those Bancroft trailers where they actually look like they're 13.4. You know, and you see a lot of those in Chicago. You know. But I appreciate you guys coming in and help killing time. I figured usually if I go live, I get a phone call, hey, go to a dock, but this didn't happen. That happened yesterday, remember, guys? I was at the chipper and I went live and boom. My 2-hour wait suddenly became a half an hour. Brad Weeks, what's up? I want to try out a SIG P365. I've heard good things about those. I want to try them all. There's a gun range in Springfield that will let you test out the guns. So I suggest doing that. If you know, if you're on a budget, just get what you can. But if you're going to spend some money, take time to kind of feel everything out. I used to run 13.8 to 13.10 through Northeast back in my car hauler days. You learn to watch for bridge heights after the first payout. I bet. I know a couple of car haulers. I imagine some areas like Ohio, like you could be in the backwoods of Ohio on a truck-friendly route, but then there's that one bridge that's like 13.8, 13.7, you know, that kind of thing. I pulled an 18-foot high trailer, so I drove over the bridges. Most of the bridges in New York State, the height is incorrect. It's higher than it is on the line. I have a buddy of mine that went into Albany, New York, and he said it was like that. He said it freaked him out because they account for snow, right? I wonder if Eagle Gun Range and Macon rents guns. Good point. Yes. No, let me rephrase that. Find an indoor gun range that, like, you can either rent guns or you can try before you buy, kind of thing. A lot of them it's like $20 or, you know, for an hour, and you get a choice of like 3 or 4 guns or whatever. And then the other thing is go shooting with friends. They can let you try their guns. So I kind of didn't have that luxury. The first time we went shooting, it was my wife and I at our first class, and we brought our 38 that we had, and there was an instructor there, and they had a 22 Ruger competition and another 22, I believe. And that was just to get, that was the first time we ever shot a gun. And then the second time we went shooting was with our shotgun that we bought, and we were by ourselves. And the third time we went shooting was just me and my wife. and no instructor, no anybody, just us. So we were kind of fumbling around like well, I won't say it. We were kind of fumbling a little bit, but we definitely want to take some training classes. So most Dennis, you're right, but at the same time, there's areas that were paved over and over and over. The sign is wrong in the fun way. Yeah, that's true. You guys, there's a channel out there hitting this 12-6 bridge or whatever. I forget where it's at. That's the whole channel. Anytime someone hits that bridge, they have it on camera. There's 2 residents that have cameras facing that bridge. Fumbling. Little Vine coach, that's funny. Ain't no fumbling this year, I don't think. Guys, I anticipate a second lockdown. Is it in Chicago? No, I think I want to say it's somewhere up northeast. Is it okay? Pale Rider knows what I'm talking about. I think the name of the channel is Chopolo or something like that. Chopolo. And they basically raised it, but people are still hitting it. So, and there's like compilations of, you know, and it's usually box rental trucks. There's been a couple of flatbeds that crunch something, and a lot of RVs taking their AC units out. Watching a 2014 replay of San Francisco Giants. I know the minute I take a nap, the phone's gonna ring. I still have a bridge map of Chicago. I got it back in the 90s. All the bridges are color-coded on the map. I have that same map, Dennis. Did you get the Petro there in Rochelle? Did you get it there? Because that's where I got mine. There's a YouTube channel dedicated to a bridge in New York that always tears up trucks. You know, it's funny. My son one time, Dad, why are they all hitting the bridge? Doesn't everybody know that drives a truck, it's 13.6 is your limit? He was 9 at the time, so yeah. But rates are coming up. Rates are looking good. Volume's looking really good. And actually had a pretty decent week this week. Now, depending on what I get out of Tulsa, I want to run until 4th. 4th of July is next Saturday, I believe. So. Anything else you guys want to talk about? If not, we'll just end this live feed and we'll just sulk here in the darkness. And hope that I'm hearing fireworks and not gunshots. I guess I could turn on the St. Louis scanner, radio scanner. Lemonade.com, I think. I think it's the same channel I was watching. I don't know if it's in New York or Durham, North Carolina. Anyways, I think that's it. I've got nothing else to talk about. It's been a pretty quiet day. Booking at the last minute's kind of helped. Volume's there to do that. And we're staying out of trouble, knock on wood. And I'm in for a long night. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate the super chat. And keep a vigilant eye out. Protect yourselves. Be safe. Peace.